With a mix of personal and professional struggles, the show highlights themes of empowerment, friendship, and the pursuit of dreams.
Just what you've been waiting for. Movies, TV, music, and more. Follow, subscribe, stay up to date. Episodes drop every other Monday. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that. It's the man, watch that podcast.
Welcome to the Matt Watch That podcast, the place for reviews, rants, and randomness. I'm your host, Matt Seroski, filmmaker, film fan. Each episode, I'm going to watch a movie or TV pilot that I probably should have seen, but never got around to. It could be a recent favorite, critic's choice, or cult classic. To join in on the conversation, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what I should see next, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Before we start, Women's History Month, celebrated each year in March, serves as a vital opportunity to reflect on the achievements, struggles, and contributions of women throughout history. It's a month dedicated to highlighting the often overlooked narratives of women in various spheres of society, from politics and science to arts and activism. Its origins can be traced back to International Women's Day on March 8th, which has been celebrated since the early 20th century. In the United States, the idea of dedicating an entire month to women's contributions came into prominence through the work of the National Women's History Project, founded in 1980. Initially, the celebration began as Women's History Week in Sonoma County, California, in 1978, coinciding with International Women's Day. By 1987, after being petitioned by the NWHP, Congress designated the month of March as Women's History Month. This decision was formalized in 1995 when Congress continued the resolution, ensuring annual recognition of women's achievements. While Women's History Month celebrates accomplishments, it also serves as a reminder of the struggles women have faced and continue to endure. From the fight for voting rights, to gender equality in the workplace, access to education, and reproductive rights, women's history is deeply intertwined with social justice movements. As we reflect on the progress made, Women's History Month continues to serve as both a celebration and a call to action. A time to honor women, to acknowledge the gaps in our collective history, and to inspire future generations to keep fighting for equality, justice, and recognition. On to the main attraction. Each review will end with a ranking out of 5 stars. 1 star is skip it, 2 stars watch at your own risk, 3 stars standard fare, 4 stars worth checking out, and 5 stars must see. Now, if I give a title 5 stars, it doesn't mean I'm comparing it to Casablanca, Jaws, or Seinfeld. I rank titles based on other movies or TV series in that genre and at that time period. On this episode of the podcast, I'll be reviewing Sophie's Choice from 1982. It was directed by Alan J. Pakula, who helmed psychological drama Clute, political thriller The Parallax View, and legal thrillers Presumed Innocent and The Pelican Brief. He was nominated for 3 Academy Awards for Best Picture of To Kill a Mockingbird, Best Director for All the President's Men, and Best Writing, screenplay based on material from another medium for this movie. The screenplay was written by the director, based on the novel of the same name by William Styron, who penned Lie Down in Darkness and won the 1968 Pulitzer Prize for The Confessions of Nat Turner. It stars Meryl Streep as Sophie Zawistowski. Without question, one of the most accomplished and revered actors of her generation, she has become a symbol of acting excellence, known for her versatility, emotional depth, and remarkable ability to inhabit a wide array of character across various genres. From Broadway stages to Hollywood blockbusters, her body of work is a testament to her unparalleled talent, making her one of the most celebrated actresses in the history of cinema. Her first foray into acting came during her time at Vassar College, where she studied drama before earning a Master's of Fine Arts degree at the Yale School of Drama. She made her Broadway debut in 1975 with a small role in Trelawney of the Wells, alongside Mandy Patinkin and John Lithgow. She was inspired to transition to film acting after seeing Robert De Niro's performance in Taxi Driver, and was cast in Julia opposite Jane Fonda. She was suggested for the role of Linda in The Deer Hunter after Robert De Niro spotted Streep in a stage production of The Cherry Orchard. Her breakthrough was in Kramer vs. Kramer, where she played Joanna, a mother caught in a bitter custody battle. The performance earned her her first of 3 Academy Awards, this one for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. 2 years later, she had a career-defining performance in Sophie's Choice that would win her another Academy Award. Her portrayal of the tragic character remains one of the most iconic in the history of film. The nominations kept a-comin'. She played dual roles in The French Lieutenant's Woman, working-class whistleblower in Silkwood, and Danish writer Karen Blixen in Out of Africa. In the 90s, Streep continued to deliver compelling performances in dramas The Bridges of Madison County and The River Wild, and lent her voice to an episode of The Simpsons. Streep cemented her position as a modern-day cultural icon as ruthless fashion editor Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady, which earned her a 3rd Academy Award, and former girl group singer in Mamma Mia. Meryl Streep has accumulated a staggering number of accolades, including 21 Academy Award nominations, more than any other actor in history, and 8 Golden Globe Awards. Her ability to inhabit a diverse range of characters, from historical figures to fictional creations, has made her one of the most admired and respected actors in the world. Sophie's Choice also features Kevin Kline, Peter MacNicol, Rita Karen, Stephen D. Newman, and Greta Turkin. This is something to look out for. At the time, there was political unrest in Poland, so the flashback scenes to wartime Warsaw and Auschwitz were shot in Zagreb, Yugoslavia, now in the region of Croatia. So let's jump into it. A writer named Stingo has moved to Brooklyn, New York, and is invited to dinner by his neighbors, the Zawistowskis. Sophie, a beautiful and intelligent woman, has a complex and painful past that haunts her. She lives with her lover, Nathan Landau, portrayed by Kevin Kline in his feature film debut. Their turbulent and often volatile relationship contrasts with the friendship that Sophie forms with Stingo, played by Peter MacNicol. As Sophie gradually opens up to Stingo, she reveals a devastating secret from her past. During her time in the Nazi concentration camps, she was forced to make an unthinkable choice, one that would plague her for the rest of her life. This choice, made under extreme duress, had lasting consequences for Sophie, and her mental and emotional state is shaped by the guilt and the trauma she carries. Here's a quote without context. However, look on it optimistically. You might be on the verge of a whole new form, the Southern comic book. Sophie's Choice is an unforgettable experience that explores themes of memory, trauma, love, and survival, with Streep's stunning performance at the heart of the narrative. Her portrayal of Sophie is nothing short of extraordinary. She takes a character torn between unbearable guilt and an aching desire to live and love, crafting a performance that is both heartbreaking and haunting. The film addresses the deeply emotional and psychological scars left by the Holocaust, while also highlighting the complexity of human relationships and the long-lasting effects of suffering. It's a powerful exploration of the human capacity for resilience and the burden of impossible choices. What sets Sophie's Choice apart from other Holocaust dramas is the way that it delves deep into the psyche of the survivor. Rather than focusing solely on the external horrors of war, the film forces the audience to confront the internal devastation that follows such an experience. Visually, the film is striking. The cinematography captures the post-war American setting with muted colors, emphasizing the contrast between the bright, hopeful world that Stingo is beginning to navigate and the dark past that Sophie cannot escape. The atmosphere of melancholy that pervades every scene is reinforced by a haunting, beautiful score by Marvin Hamlisch, whose music serves as both a reflection of Sophie's internal world and a poignant counterpoint to the tragic events unfolding. Ultimately, Sophie's Choice is a film that stays with you long after the screen fades to black. It refuses to offer easy answers, instead inviting viewers into the complicated and painful minds of its characters. Now for a little trivial trivia. For the role of Sophie, Meryl Streep had to learn Polish, German, and English with Polish inflection. Sophie's Choice was produced by ITC Entertainment and Keith Parrish Productions, and distributed by Universal Pictures. It was filmed at Coney Island, Rockaway Beach, Prospect Park, and Brooklyn Heights Promenade, all in New York, and Zagreb, Yugoslavia. The cinematography was captured by Nestor Almendros, whose filmography includes legal drama, Kramer vs. Kramer, coming-of-age romance, The Blue Lagoon, and dramedy Heartburn. He won an Academy Award for Best Cinematography of Days of Heaven. It was edited by Evan A. Lotman, who worked on epic war drama, Apocalypse Now, musical comedy, The Muppets Take Manhattan, horror film, Maximum Overdrive, and thriller, Presumed Innocent. He was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Film Editing of The Exorcist. The score was composed by Marvin Hamlish, who wrote the music for comedy Bananas, Bond flick The Spy Who Loved Me, and musical A Chorus Line. He won 3 Academy Awards for Best Music, Original Score for The Sting and The Way We Were, and Original Song for The Way We Were, shared with Marilyn and Alan Bergman. He and Richard Rodgers are the only composers who have won the PEGOT, Pulitzer Prize, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Awards. There is no traditional soundtrack for the movie, but it featured pieces by Bach, Mendelssohn, Mozart, and Beethoven. The runtime is 2 hours 31 minutes. It had a budget of $9 million and grossed $30 million at the box office. It was nominated for 5 Oscars at the 1983 Academy Awards, winning 1 for Best Actress in a Leading Role for Meryl Streep. On the Ski Index, I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Take off half a star if you're not into character-driven dramas. If you've seen Sophie's Choice and have opinions on the movie, let me know what you think using the hashtag #MattWatchThat. Moving right along, each episode, I'm going to post clips that I think people should watch. It could be movie trailers, music videos, interviews, or something completely random. Search for my YouTube page and there'll be a playlist called Matt Watch That Playback. Girls 5 Eva follows the lives of the now-grown women who were once part of the chart-topping pop group. Dawn is the group's former lead singer and main songwriter, a now disillusioned woman trying to make a comeback in the music world. Summer is the quirky, free-spirited member of Girls 5 Eva, known for her somewhat outlandish persona and her deep-seated desire to be taken seriously, both as a performer and as a woman in her 40s. Gloria is the down-to-earth, level-headed member, often acting as the pragmatic voice of reason amidst the chaos. Wiki is the glamorous and high-maintenance member of Girls 5 Eva, and despite her current status as a has-been celebrity, she never lets anyone forget that she was once the face of the group. After a viral moment leads to the group being offered a chance to reunite and record new music, the women must navigate the complexities of their past relationships, their changed personal lives, and the current music industry, all the while juggling the demands of family, careers, and their personal ambitions. Girls 5 Eva features an ensemble cast of talented women from television, film, and theater. Sarah Bareilles is recognized for her work as a singer-songwriter, bursting onto the scene with hits like Love Song and Gravity, before composing the score for Tony Award-winning musical Waitress and taking over the lead role. Busy Phillips' breakout role came in 2001 with Freaks and Geeks, where she portrayed Kim Kelly, a rebellious teenager. She had a supporting role on Dawson's Creek before appearing on the big screen in White Chicks, He's Just Not That Into You, and I Feel Pretty. Paula Pell is a veteran comedian who started as a writer on Saturday Night Live in 1995 through 2020, contributing to some of the show's most iconic sketches during that period and earning a Primetime Emmy Award. She was honored with the Herb Sargent Award for Comedy Excellence. Renee Elise Goldsberry is best known for her role as Angelica Schuyler in the Tony Award-winning musical Hamilton, where her powerhouse vocals and sharp delivery earned her a Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Musical. She was a regular on soap opera One Life to Live and had a recurring role on Ally McBeal. The series blends sharp humor, nostalgia, and heartfelt moments as the women tackle the challenges of their comeback. With a mix of personal and professional struggles, the show highlights themes of empowerment, friendship, and the pursuit of dreams, all while delivering witty dialogue, catchy musical numbers, and the kind of hilarious moments that come from trying to recapture former glory. Girls 5 Eva celebrates both the absurdity and the real emotional depth of life after fame, making it a light-hearted, yet poignant exploration of women rediscovering their identities and their voices in a world that's moved on without them. I've selected a couple of clips of the talented women performing. They're all available in the Matt Watch That playback playlist on YouTube. Check it out. Now it's time for the recommendation. Yes, that's the word recommendation with Matt in the middle. I'm going to end each podcast with my own recommendation of a movie or TV series. Today I'm talking about The Heat, a buddy cop film from 2013 that follows the unlikely partnership between two very different law enforcement officers as they attempt to work together to take down a dangerous drug kingpin. It tells a story of Sarah Ashburn, a by-the-book FBI agent from Boston, known for her strict adherence to procedure and her no-nonsense attitude. When she's tasked with bringing down a powerful drug dealer, she quickly discovers that her case requires more than just her usual methods. Enter Shannon Mullins, a foul-mouthed, brash, and unconventional Boston police officer who has a knack for getting results, but tends to alienate everyone around her with her wild approach to policing. Despite their polar opposite personalities and clashing work styles, the two women are forced to team up and put aside their differences to track down the elusive drug lord. Along the way, they engage in hilarious, often chaotic interactions as they navigate the criminal underworld, form a reluctant bond, and slowly learn to respect each other's strengths. It stars Sandra Bullock, Academy Award-winning actress whose career spans over 3 decades, with standout roles in films like Speed, The Blind Side, Gravity, and Miss Congeniality. Known for her versatility, she has excelled in both comedic and dramatic roles, becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved and bankable stars, while also earning critical acclaim for her performances in both independent and blockbuster films. Melissa McCarthy is a dynamic actress and comedian, known for her breakout role in Bridesmaids, and her ability to seamlessly blend physical comedy with sharp wit in films like Spy, The Heat, and her sitcom Mike and Molly. With numerous award nominations and wins, she's become a trailblazer for women in comedy, consistently delivering memorable performances that range from outlandish humor to heartfelt dramatic moments. The Heat also features Damian Bashir, Marlon Wayans, Michael Rappaport, Jane Curtin, Michael McDonald, Tom Wilson, John Ross Bowie, Caitlin Olsen, and Bill Burr. Great comedic supporting cast. It was directed by Paul Feig, creator of cult series Freaks and Geeks, and known for films Bridesmaids, Spy, and Last Christmas. The screenplay was penned by Katie Dippold, who wrote for sketch series Mad TV and sitcom Parks and Recreation. The Heat is a raucous and fun ride that explores themes of female empowerment, camaraderie, and the importance of embracing differences, all the while delivering plenty of laughs and action-packed moments. That's all for this edition of Matt Watch That. Thanks for listening to me babble. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Matt Seroski. You can subscribe to my YouTube page where I'll post videos and clips from the show. If you have any opinions on what I've discussed, or suggestions as to what movie or TV pilot I should see, use the hashtag MattWatchThat on social. Head over to mattseroski.com for all the latest news and updates, and come back next time for the reviews, rants, and randomness. She made her Broadway debut in 1975, with a small role in not even going to attempt that without looking it up. It stars Sarah Bullock. Her breakthrough was in Kramer vs. Kramer, where she played Joanna, a mother caught in a bustody. Girls 5 Eva follows the lives of the now grown women who were once part of the chop-topping